Welcome back to Chrono Trigger.
Everyone's sad.
Yeah, in the last episode, Chrono died. Well, not in the last episode, but...
Don't get any ideas. He was a brother to me.
We haven't been back to the end of time since Chrono died, so... Yeah, so now we gotta figure out how we can bring Chrono back.
I bet you, like, Magus is just looking at us like, what the fuck? I'm not his friend. In fact, I just joined the party, like, right now.
Kind of reminds me of that part of DBZ Abridged, like, Vegeta, no! Vegeta, no! And then you just see Piccolo, like,
meh.
Meh. I can imagine.
And then, like, with Krillin, he's just like, don't worry, little like green. Oh, right.
Oh, Vegeta, no! Meh.
That was fucking brilliant.
Well, it's also considering the fact that, and I don't know why Piccolo would hate Vegeta. It was Nappa that killed him.
Well, it's not like he hated Vegeta. He just wasn't... He was just indifferent to Vegeta.
Plus, Piccolo, you were only dead for like a week.
Actually, well, didn't they take like half a year to get to Namek?
No. Maybe. Goku's the one that took a week to get there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so speaking of Dragon Ball, we have this time egg that we can use to bring Chrono back from the dead.
Wait a second.
And the only reason we can get that is because Gaspar is the guru of time.
And he is this old man.
We figured that out a few parts ago when we saw the flashback of when Lavos was summoned by Zeal.
Oh my god, title drop.
Yes, and, well, it makes sense. It's also kind of confusing, because you have Chrono, and then you have the Chrono trigger.
Yeah.
Chrono is, I think, Latin for time. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, it's like...
I know it's...
something like that.
I know it means time in another language. I'm pretty sure it's Latin. I'm only saying that because Latin is like 90% of English words that they're derived from.
Yeah, usually anything with like Chrono in the name or Chrono or anything like that, it's usually associated with time or time travel or something like that.
The only other time besides Chrono Cross where I've actually heard the word Chrono used is in Baten Kaitos, because Shella has a move called Chronos Blow.
And then there's Tales of Exilia 2, who has like that one boss Kronos.
Oh, that's right. That fucker.
I hate that fucking boss so much.
Maybe that's why you never got around to doing a Let's Play of that game, because you hated that certain boss so much.
Yeah, if I was ever going to do a Let's Play of Exilia 2, I was going to fucking dread fighting Kronos for the first time.
It's a shame that you're... well, I won't say that you'll never get to it. Maybe you can do it on your other channel, and not have to worry about talking over it.
If anything, if I were to do it as a Let's Play again, I would try to do it both as a playthrough and a Let's Play. Kind of like I'll put the gameplay up by itself on my playthrough channel, and then I'll do commentary and I'll put it on my Let's Play channel or some shit like that.
Ah, so your Let's Play channel will secretly live on.
Sometimes, probably. If anything, I'll just use my Let's Play channel to put co-commentaries or any videos where I will put commentary on it. But yeah, I'll just keep the playthrough channel as it is, the way it is.
Fair enough. I just figured you would at least get one more Tales game done before you're officially done with Let's Plays.
I wanted to try to get in Ocarina of Time too, because I did tell you, like, if I were to like do the entire Zelda series, I wanted to save Ocarina of Time for last, because that's the first.
Oh, you could still do Ocarina of Time. There's nothing stopping you.
It is true, but like I wanted to do the whole I wanted to do the whole Zelda series eventually, but if I ever
that's a lot of game. That would have been a lot of games, man. There's like 15 Zelda games, and you only did like 6.
Yeah. I mean, there was Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons, Link's Awakening.
You never did the original NES Zelda. You did Zelda 2 because I kind of twisted your arm into doing it.
I did that for 8-Bit Summer, and even then I was just like,
Yeah, that was years ago.
so many years ago.
Anyway, we kind of want to come back to where we got the Epoch the first time. Because Balthazar is still here, and he's going to help us get up Death Peak. Because fuck this dungeon.
You must have a clone identical to that person.
Oh, God.
Hey, where
Here
have we
we
seen
go.
that name before?
Oh, damn it.
There's find a festival, and there too you shall find a Beckler.
Ugh, my least favorite minigame. God.
Don't you have to do it on the highest possible, like, point betting in order to get, like, the clone?
And you also have to do it, you have to have it last long enough. The longer you go, the less money it costs. If you're really good, you can get it for free. Or if you just have a shitload of money, you can fuck up once and pay like 200,000 gil. Just get it that way.
I'm trying to remember, what was, like, the one way I thought, like, it was really easy to get, like, those silver points?
Fighting Gato.
Well, at this point, that's definitely the easiest. It's just a little time-consuming, especially with the PS1 version. Because
He gives you 15 points a turn.
well, yeah, but then, like, with the PS1 version, you have to, like, wait for the battle to start up because of, like, the load times. And then you have to do the one attack, and then it finally finishes the battle. And then you have to wait for the battle to finish loading out. And then he gives you the points.
Right. Anyway, yeah, remember the Black Omen is now in every time period except for, I think, 65 million for some reason.
Well, yeah, that was the time before Magic even existed, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but you would think now that Zeal kind of has control over all space and time itself, she would go to 65 million.
Yeah, but
whatever.
Well, I think the way it is, because 12,000 BC is like the time after 65 million that we have access to, so anytime on that time and afterwards, it makes sense that the Black Omen is there.
1200 is where Zeal's doing all her shit. So in all honesty, it really should only exist in 1200 BC. Like, it would make sense if that's the only time that you could go to it the first time, I should say. It's like after you go into it in 1200 and then you can leave and then you can just go back in time and get the other two areas. But the fact that it exists in all three timelines is like, okay.
It exists in 12,600 AD, 1,000 AD, 2,300. Though in the 2,300, it's practically pointless there.
Well, technically, I should say, yeah, it does exist in 2,300, but you can't do anything there because that world's already dead anyway. So stopping Lavos in the future really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like he already did the damage. The deed's been done.
It would be cool if, like, the newer versions, like if the DS version had an extra ending where you actually do stop Lavos in the future and something changes.
Nah, I think it's... The only new ending that they added was when you fight, like, the Dream Devourer.
Yeah, they have their mini tie-in with Chrono Cross, which really shouldn't exist anyway, but that's another story. I mean, it's not bad, but it doesn't really necessarily need the extra tie-in.
And this is what I'm
Because
talking
if you
about. Everyone's just...
Yeah, if you actually... Like, yeah, you can grind silver points off of him, but...
Especially now, at this point, since you will no freaking doubt one-shot him. Every single time.
I love his theme song, though. It's probably my favorite song in the game.
Actually, I think the one I enjoyed more than Gato is like that quote, soda, unquote, drinking contest.
That thing right there? I suck at button mashing, so I can't do that.
I literally destroy controllers. That's how good I am at button mashing.
I mean, if I had a turbo controller, I'd beat it easily. But...
Anyone can beat it easily with the turbo controller. It's like you just had to hold the button for like 1 second, and all of a sudden you already have all 8 cans. Like, oh, I'm done.
No, if you're using the proper turbo controller, you just flip a switch and it hits the button for you. It's kind of like that mini game in Mario RPG where the guy's just like, don't you dare think about cheating using a turbo controller. And then like my brother's friend that lived across the street from us before he moved, he actually had a turbo controller for a Super Nintendo, and we tried that.
You ain't got enough points.
Yeah, I think you need like 35 or something, or maybe it's just 30. I was like, fuck it, I gotta go fight Gato again.
I think if you try to do this before, like, Chrono gets destroyed, like, the highest one is like 70 points.
You'd think after at least the first time, like, you come in here, like, see, he knows you want a Chrono clone. You'd think the first time you'd be able to do it for free, and then if you screw it up, then you'd have to pay for it to try again.
Left arm, right arm, laugh, surprise.
Yeah, this can be kind of confusing, especially if you're not used to the button. If you're not used to how the button layouts are on a PS1 controller.
Is that supposed to be Magus's laugh?
Yes.
He's just like holding back the laughter, like he's just like.
No, he's doing the evil laugh.
It's gonna start getting quicker, isn't it?
It does get faster.
I remember this gets like stupidly fast.
It's also, yeah, it can get, I think it gets to the point where, yeah, like right there.
30,000 gold.
It gets to the point, yeah, it gets to the point where, like, even if you're a second late, then you just lose. But yeah, as long as you have 30, like, you only have to do like 3 or 4 in a row before they actually let you do it. But the longer you last, the less gold it costs. So if you do it if you do it enough times, you get it for free.
I'm gonna be honest though, I didn't really know that if you try doing this after Chrono is already dead, he just tells you, oh yeah, I'll just make an exception for you and let you pay in gold if you last long enough. Like, I always did this like before Chrono died, and then I just paid in silver points.
Yeah, I completely forgot that that you could actually get the clone before Chrono dies. I mean, mainly because I never bothered to do it until this point in the game, because it's the only time you, like...
The only time you really have to go through this is, like, the beginning of the game.
Yeah, and then after this, when you get Chrono back, you can come back and get clones of every character in the game if you really want to. It's a huge waste of time, and it doesn't really accomplish anything, but you can get clones of everybody in the game that sit around in your house.
I'm pretty sure Gerard had fun doing that, didn't he?
Probably. Although I'm not sure if they actually stay in your house.
Probably not.
I don't know where they
go. He's fine.
Yeah, he's kind of okay. He's okay. Shifty eyes. Well, I did it once because that's how I got the Poyozo doll.
Yeah. I just made it like, oh, he's over there, and there, a little bit over there too.
Technically, he's nowhere because his entire body disintegrated. Lavos disintegrated him with a laser beam. You can't really find pieces of him.
Stay out of trouble now. We're trying to stop an eldritch abomination from destroying the world.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen for 1,000 years. This is the year 100.
But we want to stop it now.
Chrono's mom never knows that Lavos existed because even if you never stopped him, like even if you stop him in the past, he never existed in 1000 AD to begin with, so nobody in 1000 AD even knows who Lavos is.
Maybe a select few, maybe the royal family, but I kind of doubt that.
That would be a lot of people to live. Because I don't think anyone in 600 AD knows who Lavos was either.
Well, I think, weren't they talking about, like, how Magus was going to summon Lavos? I mean, that was the whole point. We were trying to stop him from doing that.
Like, the main characters knew about that. I don't think anyone in 1200 BC knew that's what Magus was trying to do.
Yeah, I can't really remember.
Frog knew about it only because you tell him about it from coming from the future.
Yep.
Speaking of the future's kind of fucked. But we have to go to Death Peak in the future to get Chrono back.
Oh, look. Black Omen.
Also, if you go to the Black Omen in the future, let's just see what happens. Can we just go stop Lavos even though he already killed this part of the world? Even though he already destroyed the world?
It seems pretty pointless, but let's try it. Hey, look at that.
Oh, hi, Zeal. Fuck, it's Zeal.
Yeah.
Actually, Zeal, I don't think Lavos is here anymore. I think he left the planet because it's all dead.
Yeah, at this point, he probably just... I don't even know. He's just like, well, my work here is done.
Let's not... Look, yeah, he's not here because this is the only time period where you can't fight Lavos in. Well, you can't fight him in 1000 AD either, but that's beside the point. And really, the only reason you'd want to come back here is get some bonus experience fighting these laser guards.
Yeah, I think even if you do this, the door doesn't open, does it?
No, because there's nothing left in the planet, so you can't actually go inside the Black Omen in this timeline. This is where the fun part begins, though, because now you can go to the Black Omen, which is the final dungeon in the game, and you can technically go through the entire final dungeon 3 separate times, as long as you don't fight Zeal first.
Not to mention, the final dungeon itself is optional. I mean, you don't have to go through the Black Omen. You could just go through the bucket and the End of Time.
Or you can use the Epoch to go to 1999.
Yeah, directly.
Or the bucket. One of those two. Actually, if you go to 1999 with the Epoch,
you have the option to either ram into Lavos, like with the Epic.
You can actually skip an entire boss battle. Spoiler warnings, but we'll get to Lavos soon enough. We're almost at the end of this playthrough. Really, after I get Chrono back, I can go fight Lavos if I wanted to, but you'd be missing out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, now that we're here, the real reason we came to 2300 AD is to go up Death Peak, which is right next to the Black Omen, but I fucking hate this dungeon. Mainly for the first part of it. That's the only part of it that I don't like. I think what I was doing here is like I was trying to find something, like I was thinking maybe I missed something here, but I was like, wait, no.
You're like, nah, we're fine.
I was like, wait, no, I might want to go and heal myself first, though, because that stuff kind of exploded on me.
It didn't do that much, but still, it's probably best to start this at full health.
I'm trying to remember what... Oh, wait a minute. No, I think I missed a tab here or something. It's been a while since I recorded this. I have the whole game already recorded, viewers, so... And considering Logic and I seem to only be able to find time to record once a month at this rate...
Work is calling me, man.
I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault. You can't really I can't really force you to commentate on stuff with me.
Unless you lived in the same town that I did, you just came over, you're like, hold a gun to my head.
Even if
like, I'm like, oh god.
Even if we lived in the same area, I can't help the fact that you have a job. So we'd still have to wait. That's what I had to do first. You can't really do anything on Death Peak. You have to talk to Balthazar first. That's why I got confused. So you go talk to Balthazar, and he's going to show us... Oh, he's going to help us by bringing out Poyozo dolls.
Okay, how many of these does he have?
I think there's 3.
Okay.
And you can tell at that point I'm just like, ah, fuck it. Oh, I don't want to kill the new.
If you just walked away, you're just like, nah, we'll just...
I don't know why. Like, so wait, so was the new that Balthazar is inside already dead? Is the new that he's inside a robot?
Well, maybe not a robot, but maybe part robot or something. But even still, maybe he's just tired of making the new work under him or something like that. He wants to let him rest in peace or something.
Also the fact that Balthazar is over like 1,000 years old at this point.
Yeah.
I never showed this off, but you can actually come to or maybe I did and I don't remember, but you can actually you can actually see Balthazar before he transfers his soul into that new.
Oh yeah.
And he's like completely insane. He's like yammering on about Shala and the Blackbird and the Epoch.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah.
He's like, you should hide behind a tree while the wind blows you off.
The second I get up to him, the wind pushes me off as he's making the goddamn tree.
Oh, that's fucked up. Come on, Balthazar, that's a cruel, sick joke.
There, now you can see, and I still have to talk to him.
Oh, Jesus!
Shit. This part sucks. This part really fucking sucks.
Once you get past this part, though, it becomes a lot more traditional.
There we go. No, you have no idea how finicky getting up to this particular tree can be.
Yeesh.
Well, Logic might, because he's actually beaten this game before, but there have been plenty of times where I've gotten up there, and I've just barely nudged the side of that tree, and it pushes me to the left or the right, so the wind pushes me back down again. It's really obnoxious.
At least it's only one screen, and you don't have to go through, like, fucking, like, a whole third of the dungeon trying to do that.
No, but when you have to try... No, but when you fail 5 or 6 times in a row, it can get obnoxious. Kind of like fighting these guys, where they heal half their health by eating you, the jerks.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna keep Magus in my party for the majority of the rest of the game until he learns Dark Matter again.
Yep.
Because he is way behind on text now.
Oh yeah, I think like no matter how high up you get your party in levels, like as soon as you get Magus, he'll only have like the base, like level 2 elemental magics.
Yeah. I mean, there are plenty of people that would say, like, no, don't use Magus specifically because he's so underpowered compared to everyone else. But, you know, that's exactly how he stays underpowered, by you not using him. And I like to keep my party as balanced as possible. At least give everyone their techs. Considering we've seen how awesome Dark Matter is, even though it's completely neutered compared to when he had it, because they're not going to make him boss level competent. I mean, you can make him that way again if you give him a bunch of magic tabs, but that requires...
Give him all the magic tabs.
The ironic thing is he's still weaker than Robo, magic-wise, if you do that. I don't understand why Robo has the highest magic power when he's a robot, but he does.
It's like that one, what was it? I think it was Mega 64 video, like Sakaguchi writing all like the Final Fantasies up to 7.
Oh yeah.
And then like when he was writing 6, it's like the world is like everything's dead, everybody dies, the world's dead. There's this really nice girl, she's dead too. Actually wait, that was 7.
That was Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, 7. That's what I meant. And he's just all like, the world's dying. It's dead. But there's this real nice girl, but she dies too. I think with Final Fantasy 6, it was the one where he got all pissed off.
That was when he goes crazy.
He was like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. Magic is
dead.
And then he just fucking
robots
gets
everywhere. And you know what? The world, it's run by a clown. And you know what happens? He blows it up. Yeah, no one's gonna like this shit.
And then the guys come in. He's like, "Oh yeah, that was like your best one yet."
That was your best one. So
get
Final Fantasy 7. Get on that.
And that's when he gets super depressed and writes the story for 7.
Oh, that was fantastic.
I gotta watch that video again.
Anyways, yeah, see, Magus is like way behind. Everyone's learning their or has learned their final tech. Magus is learning his 4th. Son of a bitch.
Pretty soon Isla's gonna have that triple kick, and that's pretty much her equivalent to Chrono's. What was that move called? What is it? Frenzy or something like that?
That's translated to Frenzy. I think it's called Confusion in this one.
Yeah. Like the one where he attacks like 4 times with the sword. That's pretty much her equivalent, but with 3 kicks.
Yeah. And we got these guys. Thankfully, unlike the last time we fought these guys in Magus' castle, these guys are actually, you can actually hurt them with physical attacks, but fuck it.
You got sorta Chrono in your party. You don't have Luminaire, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, Magus is the second best mage in the game.
If only for his elemental variety. I mean, he does have the level 2 variations of like ice or water, or was it water or ice? I think he has ice too.
Yeah, he has ice 2, fire 2, and lightning 2, and then he has dark bomb, shadow wave, and I think shadow wave. No, it's dark bomb, dark mist, and dark matter.
Yep. Like, he has obviously more shadow magic than the other one, than like the other elemental ones, but it does help that he has elemental variety at least.
He's technically the only character that has shadow elemental magic. Technically, Robo's
lasers are shadow.
Yeah, well, for some, like, I think all of his techs are technically considered shadow.
Like any of the ones involving lasers, I mean.
Yeah. Which doesn't make any sense, but I guess the only reason they did is like, well, we can't really make a character with one element. Like, we can't make an element with a character with only one character that uses it. Looks at goddamn Tales of Symphonia. I still don't understand why dark magic is a thing in that game.
I think it's only for the bosses to have, essentially.
No, Rain was supposed to learn Bloody Lance and Dark Sphere, but they got rid of that for some reason.
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. One of these days I'll get back to that. That's probably going to be my next Let's Play, my next RPG LP that I do. Because I've been wanting to redo Symphonia 1 for years.
I think I think I would probably want to do that as a playthrough, but even then I'm like, I don't have enough of the knowledge to show off every little possible thing that I would want.
I'm not going to do a 100. I'm not going to do a 100% run of Symphonia 1. Fuck that. There's way too much shit.
Yeah.
I am not doing red light, green light. I don't care if that gets me Genus's best kendama. It's not fucking worth it.
I'm never doing that again. Not after my Let's Play of it.
I'm never even trying it. Anyway, before we get too off track, we're done with this part. We're gonna climb up the rest of Death Peak and save Chrono in the next part. See you guys then.
I'm gonna go drink to forget about that minigame. I'm gonna drink some more, I mean.